When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie. She ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Right? Now, when aunt is dead, till now we were talking about when she's living, right? The commands she has been taking, the kind of life she has been leading. Now, this stanza clearly mentions when aunt is dead, when aunt is no more, her terrified hands, her dead hands, her lifeless hands are called as terrified hands will lie, still ringed with the ordeals she was mastered by. Still ringed with the ordeals. Ordeals here refer to the commands, right? The commands which she had to obey. So that ring, the wedding ring on her hand, will still be there, right? The tigers in the panel that she made, tigers which she had embroidered, will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Means even when she die, she need to carry that wedding band, that heaviness of her married life, the burden of her married life, the depression which that married life, the unhappiness that married life has given her, that she still need to carry in the form of that wedding band, right? But the tigers in the panel, the tigers which she has made, those courageous animals, those fearless animals, they will not be afraid of anyone. Still, they will go on prancing, jumping, moving, proud and unafraid. They'll keep on moving. So basically, we feel that I find that in this stanza, the poetess is clearly mentioning her state of mind, what she desires for, that she's depicting through her tigers, right? So the explanation here is her wish to live a free, fearless life is indicated by her choice of design, tigers. It shows her innermost desire of being strong, fearless, which has been overpowered by her husband. Probably her ordeal will end upon her death. Her frightened, shaking fingers will be put to rest. She is shaking because, again, the fingers are, it's the second time when the fingers are referred as shaking. Earlier, it was the trembling fingers which were unable to pull the ivory needle when she was doing the embroidery. So they are trembling out of fear. But still, even after death, the ring shall remain on her hand. That is, her husband's rule over her is not yet over. Excuse me. After her death, her desire of freedom and fearlessness shall remain alive in these tigers, which she has embroidered. So the poet says that one can easily sense Anne's desire for freedom and fearlessness through her design of tigers. Further, she says that it is not possible for Anne to achieve this freedom during her lifetime. She will attain it only after her death. But here also the irony of her life is that still she will be tied up with shackles in the form of her husband's wedding ring. That even after the death, even at the time of her death, her finger will be carrying that wedding ring, and that wedding ring is nothing more for her than shackles. So the ring was the sole proof of the tortures which she had faced from her husband. On the other hand, there are the tigers designed by Aunt Jennifer, which will always depict her desire of living a fearless life by jumping proudly and bravely on the piece of cloth. Here we finish the poem, the explanation of the poem. I want one of you to read out the entire summary once again so that the plot is clear to you. Um, Shubhangi, are you unmuted? I don't think so. Varun, you are unmuted. Just give me a pause for a second, please.
The poet expresses the inner feelings of a woman, Aunt Jennifer. The aunt is embroidering a motif comprising of energetic, fearless tigers moving freely around the bright greenery. She is living a life of submissiveness to her husband's command. Her acts are dominated by him and she fears him constantly. This pattern of the fear and fearless tigers reflects her inner desire to live a free and fearless life. The tigers are graceful, elegant, and bright. Aunt Jennifer's fingers tremble as she embroiders. She is old but still fears her husband. She does not enjoy the freedom to do anything as per her wish. She is scared doing the embroidery too, and fears his wrath. Since the day she got married, she has been fulfilling the demands of her husband. The wedding ring on her hand is a constant reminder that she belongs to her husband. The burden of the demanding marriage has exhausted her. The torment will not end until her death. Even after her death, the ring will remain on her hand and she will never be free. On the other hand, the tigers that she is embroidering will continue to move around freely forever. Her desire of freedom and fearlessness will live on through her tigers.
We can give a pause here. Pause here. Right. It's a poem by Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda was